Dedicated to delivering quality craftsmanship on time, on budget, and according to specifications, D. Carlson Building and Design is ready to serve you. Specializing in homeowner insurance claims, new construction, remodels, and historic preservation, D. Carlson Building and Design has the latest technology and qualified technicians to handle even the biggest jobs. Our work ethic and attention to detail are just a couple of qualities we're known for, but the commitment we have to our community is what truly sets us apart. By selecting D. Carlson Building and Design, you'll not only hire an expert contractor, you'll receive a team of professionals with the expertise to build the job right the first time. Learn more by visiting our website at www.dcarlsonbuilding.net today.
We are here today at the home show to introduce a new company called Insurance Claims Accuracy LLC. What that company will be doing is doing what we've done for many years, and I recognized a need for this service to homeowners. Our customers have told us that this is a great service for homeowners that may not know how to go through the process of filing a claim and dealing with their insurance company.
My name is Shirley McIntosh. I'm from Yorktown, Indiana.
Right.
And I'd like to tell you about my experience with Mr. Damon Carlson, D. Carlson Building and Design. I had hail damage to my house, siding, and my roof, and they were not very happy to help me.
We had a really bad hailstorm in Muncie, and my house was right in the middle of it. We had a bunch of damage that I wasn't really very aware of. I just so happened to know Damon Carlson of D. Carlson Building and Design, who came out and pointed out some damage right away that I would have never seen with my own
We had a big hailstorm that came through in the summer, and I noticed a lot of people on the street getting their roofs done, and I wasn't sure if I had damage or not. And through a friend, somebody recommended Damon Carlson to me, and I talked to him, and I wasn't real sure that it was even worth looking into, but he said there's probably something he should at least check out, and so he made arrangements to come out with a time that was convenient for me. And
over the last 15 years, I've experienced a lot of different scenarios and been involved with all the different insurance companies, met with many adjusters. My experience has been that sometimes there's a lot of damage that is not included
called the insurance
in
company,
their estimate.
and they came out and inspected the house, and they offered a small amount of money to fix some of the issues, but not all of them. And they left out a lot of things that really needed to be. Agreed to take a look at my house, and did, and let me know that there was definitely hail damage, and that it really probably needed fixed, and that he would help me deal with the insurance company, and then help
Carlson
with my
said
house
to turn it
fixed.
in to my insurance company, so I did. They got back with an initial claim, and Mr. Carlson said that based on what he had found, that he didn't feel like they had covered everything. There was some more damage that maybe I was getting shortchanged a little bit by the insurance company, and that he wanted to do a re-inspection and just double check everything. So he took the time to come back out and look everything over, and then he submitted his claim directly to the insurance company. And what was really cool was I didn't have to mess with it, because like a lot of people, I'm busy and working and stuff, and it was
My
something I just
entire
didn't
house
know with.
had broken siding, and had damaged doors and damaged window seals, and Damon really was a big part of working with the insurance company to get them to include all those things.
I've been with this insurance company for 31 years. They gave me enough money to fix a garage and ignored the rest. I had a contractor by that time, and he helped me fill out the proper papers. They sent another check, which wasn't a whole lot larger than the first one, and we went through more papers, more talking, more palaver. did everything we could to make it presentable to the insurance company so they would at least come and look at it. And finally, after months, they did come. My lawyer was there, my contractor, and we waited.
We're doing a
and
series
waited.
of video testimonials from some of our customers. By the way, welcome to the home show. We've been in business for 23 years. I've been around construction for around 40 years. We do historic preservation, we do room additions, remodeling, any type of home repair that you might need. Lately, for the last 15 years, we've gotten into storm damage and insurance work, of which these videos from our customers will be sharing their experience.
I really
with our
like
company.
how Damon, took it up on himself and said, hey, let me deal with it. I'm an expert with dealing with the insurance companies. I will handle it for you. I'll deal directly with them. Let me send this in and see what we find out. He worked directly with the agent, and we ended up getting about $4,000 more to work with from the insurance company than what the insurance company had originally proposed. And that would not have happened unless Damon had, took charge and insisted that there was more damage than what they were saying there was. Submitting a claim, so he encouraged me to do that, and which honestly I probably wouldn't even have done it if he hadn't, recommended that I at least turn it in, and then that's how the process got started.
Adjusters don't have a lot of training to become an adjuster. An adjuster can start the process, go through all the courses, and have their license. My experience is there's a varying level of experience with these adjusters. Some of them have not had, I can tell, have not had any construction experience whatsoever, and some have. We're not here to disparage any insurance companies. We appreciate our insurance industry and respect them. However, I've ran into some difficult situations where it's taken months to actually go through the process and argue our findings with the insurance company to prove that the damage is there and therefore be awarded under the claim.
Incident started in April of 2013. It was finally settled 8 months almost to the day. My experience with Mr. Carlson was good. We did everything we could to get it satisfied. I gave him a power of attorney. I was a little bit leery, but it was for this incident only, and I did trust him or I wouldn't have done it, so that he could act on my behalf because of the intensity of the
The
paperwork.
hailstorm happened in April, and we didn't get it fixed until late September, and that was because of the frustration we dealt with dealing with the insurance company. Originally, they offered to basically pay for somebody to take the shingles off of the roof and put new shingles on. Originally, they were only interested in replacing the broken pieces of siding, and then Damon showed that there was no way to possibly match new siding to the old siding, and was able to get them to replace all of the siding in the house, so that way the house didn't look funny with two different color sidings. It was things like that that was very helpful in getting the work done, getting the work
We're very
done right.
respectful when we deal with these companies. We go in and we pretty much document all of our findings, taking pictures, and we do this all up front. By taking pictures, studying engineers' reports, sometimes, in some cases, these pictures and some of our documentation has to actually go to an engineer to get their professional opinion on these things to confirm our findings.
Were you happy with the way they treated you?
I have not been extremely happy with the way they treated me, but most people I talked to had some of the same experiences with their insurance company, so I didn't really know. I really felt like the insurance company was ready to shaft me. we went through process. I didn't know how to handle this. Mr. Carlson did, so he guided me. He spent time with me, drove all the way from Noblesville to here. We filled out papers. We checked legalities. We did anything we could to further this along and to make it honest and fair to me and the insurance company. We didn't want to cheat anybody out of anything, but we did want
Here at
what
Potter's
was fair.
Bridge, we do historic preservation work also at D. Carlson Building and Design. We've worked downtown Indianapolis on the Fall Creek Place restoration project. We worked with historic landmarks of Indiana. I'm proud to have done 13 homes in that community, and some of these homes were a real challenge to get completed. And we're introducing our company, Insurance Claims Accuracy LLC. We saw a great need to help homeowners deal with their insurance companies and try to win what was legitimate under their policy and under their claim. We've been very successful. We have a good track record. In some cases, with difficult claims.
Damon also was there with the adjuster when he came out and pointed out several things. There was quite a bit of disagreement. The adjuster originally did not want to pay for a great deal of the damage. Also did not agree that it was necessary to pay for all the extras that go in, including replacing a roof and putting new siding on. So he was very helpful in that.
We found a day, we had a lot of really bad weather, and it was just before Christmas. There were 2 days it was halfway decent and warm. The crew came all en masse. They worked hard. They did all the work that we had money for, and they cleaned up after themselves. They were courteous, and I appreciated having them here because I knew they were working and they were doing a good job and not tearing up anything.
One of the main things that homeowners, upon a storm claim, make sure that you mitigate any damages. If there's any leaking in the home, anything that would give the insurance company a reason not to cover your loss. It's very important to mitigate any damages. That means repair or cover up any openings or stop leaking from the interior of the home. I'd like to talk a little bit about insurance claims. We're introducing a new company called Insurance Claims Accuracy LLC. What this company will be doing is assisting homeowners with their insurance claims. Over the last 15 years of doing this type of work, I recognized a real need for homeowners, especially homeowners that aren't familiar with the claims recovery process. And in some cases, these can be very difficult for even a very qualified contractor. Knowing how to deal with them respectfully, knowing what to look for as far as damage is concerned. Is that damage caused by the storm or not? There's all types of different kinds of what's called anomalies that can also damage materials on the home that weren't caused by the storm. So it's a real challenge sometimes to actually identify hail damage, for example. Can be very hard to identify as hail damage. There are certain things that you need to know when determining if this damage is actually caused by hail or not. Many times we get the roof done in a day. Our subcontractors, our professional subcontractors, someone from D. Carlson Building and Design always checks out the job, and all of our subcontractors are supervised. Our subcontractors are very professional and polite. We demand that for our customers. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we have a A rating. You can go to either of these entities to check out our company. You can find reports from our customers, and in particular from our customers that have experienced hail damage and have an insurance claim, and their experience with D. Carlson Building and Design in dealing with these claims.
The hailstorm happened in April. The work didn't start till September, and then the roof took 2 days. I have an unusually shaped roof in a large house. So the roof took 2 days, and then I think the siding took maybe 3 or 4 days, but they were in and out. They were professional. They were very clean. They came in and did their work, and then when they left, they, did their best to remove all traces of them being there. Haven't found a nail yet, 6 months later, and so I'm grateful for that. As far as recommending D. Carlson Building and Design, I definitely recommended it to my mother-in-law. I was grateful that Damon also worked with her insurance company. I hope that I never have to go through this again, but if I do, I would definitely, give Damon a call to help me, get through the entire process. And, anybody could probably hammer a shingle to a roof, but Damon went above and beyond when it came to dealing with the insurance companies and making sure all the crews were, came together at the right time, and that everything, once the actual work got started, the delivery showed up, and then when it was time to clean up, the cleanup happened, and overall it was a great experience.
Anybody. In fact, I went on Angie's List and gave them the highest rating you can give somebody for what they do. I like the fact Damon's very professional, always showed up on time, always worked around my schedule when we would meet, very thorough in explaining the process. Didn't feel like there was any mystery to what he wanted to get done for me and was able to do. It was just a very, very positive experience. Clean crew, no mess left behind. It's very respectable. When I came home and they were still working on it, his crew was very polite and courteous. I got it done in a day. Less than a day. Is nothing. I never was put out at any time. I never felt put out. I never felt like I was being rushed. I never felt like the job wasn't getting done. He just did everything he said he was going to do, and just the level of professionalism was just incredible. In the job that he did,
But
very happy.
when Mr. Carlson started this, he didn't know it was going to be this long of a process. He helped me fill out papers. He must have been here 30 times. I have a shaft of papers in a large manila envelope that is over an inch thick of all the times I called them. They called me. Mr. Carlson and I called them. More paperwork, and he helped me through all of this. And Mr. Carlson explained to me that he could not get paid for the work he was doing. He did it because he thought it was right and fair, and he spent an awful lot of his time and gasoline on this. I am completely satisfied with what they did for the money they had, and the crew were good. Mr. Carlson was good, and I would have them back here. We just got along great, and I would recommend him to anybody, especially if you have an insurance problem.